What's going on YouTube? It's Bluntzilla Video, and I just wanted to do a like movie discussion, cinema talk, whatever you want to call it. I listened to all these lectures with Ari Aster, who directed Hereditary and Midsummer, and I gotta say this guy's an interesting motherfucker, man. A lot of these like directors, like they're just like sick dudes, and like the two ones I listened to. Well, there was three. There was the one where he talks about Hereditary to like a group of people that have never even seen it. It was like before it was released, and then the next one, it's the same moderator, uh, right at the release of Midsummer. Most people had seen it at that point, so like in the audience. So it was crazy because here's a guy that like came right out of the fucking woodwork, and made a couple of short films that got like crazy insane recognition, and then Hereditary, which just is like a mind-blowing fucking insane horror film, like on the same to me. And I hold Rosemary's Baby in high regard. Like it's like a Rosemary's Baby, uh just and it's not like it kind of has like a little bit of it reminds me a bit of Rosemary's Baby, but it's its own thing, and it's so cool, and it's so like refreshing and insane. Like that's what I like about, like, to bring up Three from Hell. I watched Three from Hell last night. I'm not gonna go into it because I know a lot of people probably either haven't seen it yet or they just got their copy and they don't want it to be fucking spoiled by me. So I loved it. I thought it was fucking dope. I will say that. And the new edition of like this guy that you might be seeing pictures of, that's like in with the Otis and Baby, quality. Loved his character. Fuck, I love it. In a future video, I'll go into detail on all three of those films because they deserve it. And what I wanted to get at was like, I've tried making this video a few times, so if I repeat myself, I apologize. But I'm just stoked to be in the age of like all these new fucking directors, man. Like these guys just coming out with like insane fucking movies, like the Ari Asters and the Jordan Peels and the Rob Zombie and like all these other fucking people. They're just putting out movies, even ones that aren't horror, but like I'm talking horror shit. Like there's some quality horror stuff being made. Like It Follows, I thought was great. I loved The Witch. I loved fucking Hereditary to death. I loved uh I'm trying to think. Like there's just been like a bunch of horror stuff that's came out in the last like 5 or 6 or whatever years that have just been quality. But in the same breath, there's been a lot of stuff that hasn't been that great. Mainly because I think people just have like it's I don't know, because I've never tried to make a feature length movie, so I can't say shit, which kind of segues into my next little topic here. I have a new short film coming out. I mentioned it a couple months ago. It's called Spiral Scratch. It'll be released before Halloween. Stay tuned. Please watch that when it comes out. Definitely watch it. It's cool. I love it. It's it's like the last thing I shot using school equipment, but I didn't shoot it for school. Um, Definitely stay tuned for that. But uh, watching like the Ari Aster like talks and like all those things, it's really got me back into like the whole fucking. For a while, I was just listening to like people talk about films, and I like listening to people talk about making films again. You know what I mean? Because there's been a spell where I just kind of like wasn't listening to shit like that. Like I was listening to a lot of like those like Charlie Rose like round the table kind of talks and like all that kind of stuff where we would get like, and like those the directors round table, like the actors round table, like all that stuff is just fucking cool to me. It's like those director round tables, they can be awesome, man. But the actor ones as well. I think there's actually I'm gonna look it up right now. I think there's a directors round table where it's all women directors, and I just want to get their names real fast because it's worth pointing out, because it's not just men that are putting out these quality films right now. Like full directors round table. Um, okay, so they got Angelina Jolie. Not sure what she directed. Greta Gerwig. Not sure what she directed. Um, yeah, this isn't a good way to find what I want to talk about, but You get my idea. There's people of all walks of life that are killing it in film right now. Like let's just take a look at let's just type in I'm gonna type in new. Let's keep it horror. New horror films 2019. So looks like, oh, for fuck's sakes, this is goddamn YouTube. Fuck, gotta go to Google. Um, New horror films. Sorry about this. I'm trying to type and shit. All right, so here's what we got so far. We got Us, which I saw, which was pretty fucking insane. Jordan Peele film. Great follow up to Get Out. Yeah, Get Out. Sorry, I was gonna say Get Us, but Get Out. Um, yeah, I'm looking forward to his next film. I'm not really sure. I think he's attached to the new Candyman or something like that, which kind of disappoints me because I want him to like do. I want these people to like do their own things. You know what I mean? I want these directors to like stay writing the right be writer directors. You know what I mean? Because that's what makes them so intriguing to me. Because they wrote this story and then they fucking brought it to life and shit. It's with the help of the fucking DOP, of course. But next we got a Midsummer, which I saw, which was awesome. Annabelle Comes Home. Didn't see that. My brother saw that. He said it wasn't that good. Child's Play, which I saw, which was okay. Pet Cemetery, once again, okay. You see kind of the trend here, like the movies that are fucking remakes or sequels, like of long-running franchises, they just kind of go downhill. But I haven't really seen any of these other ones. Like The Prodigy kind of looks weird. The Lodge, not sure what The Lodge is. If you're a fan of what the fuck is it called? Um, like Netflix exclusives or anything like that, check out The Ritual and check out what the fuck is it called? The Outsider with Jared Leto. I think I've probably talked about those to death on here, but they're just so goddamn good and cool. Same with The Iceman with Michael Shannon. Jesus Christ, movie's brutal. I'll just type in new films 2019 and we'll see what comes here because most of this stuff doesn't look that fantastic. So for new films for 2019, we got Joker, which I've not seen yet, but I've heard good things. I've heard people have walked out of the theater. I've heard people have like, you know, just protested it or not protested it, but just like boycotted it and stuff. But I'm down to watch it. I mean, Todd Phillips directed it, and like, he directed the fucking Hangover films, and like, what else did he do? Didn't he do shit? I think he did Road Trip, and I think he also did um Due Date. I know he's done a few films. What's that one called? Old School. I think he directed Old School, but we'll see what happens with that. We got Avengers Endgame. Not interested. Ad Astra. What the fuck is Ad Astra all about? Uh, yeah, I've not really done my 30 years ago, Clifford McBride led a voyage into deep space, but the ship and crew were never heard from again. Now his son, a fearless astronaut, must embark on a daring mission to Neptune to uncover the truth about his missing father and a mysterious power surge that threatens the stability of the universe. I'd probably check that out, but not like anytime soon until it's on like Netflix or some shit. The Lion King, I'll watch it with my girl if she wants or something, but I have no interest really. Toy Story 4, no interest. El Camino, I do have interest, but I've not finished Breaking Bad. I'm on like season fucking 3 somewhere, some shit like that. Star Wars: The Rise of what the fuck is this? The Rise of Skywalker. So I'm way behind on my Star Wars stuff. The last time, like I popped on the one Star Wars where like not Obi-Wan, fucking Luke Skywalker is on that planet where there's like those fucking little weird things like and then I just turned it off because I was like, I don't really want to watch this right now. Zombieland Double Tap, of course, I'll be looking forward to that. Is it all the same people? Is it the same? The same? It looks like it. It looks like it. Fuck yeah, man, that looks good. The Irishman, of course. Fuck, been looking forward to that, of course. Um, Charlie's Angels. There's a new Charlie's Angels coming out. What the fuck is this one all about now? Who's in it? Kristen Stewart, Naomi Scott, Elizabeth Banks. Elizabeth Banks is dope. I like her. There's fucking strange noises coming from outside. Terminator Dark Fate. Of course, looking forward to that. Sarah Connor in a hybrid cyborg human must protect a young girl from a newly modified liquid Terminator from the future. Fucking right. We got Downton Abbey. Don't give a fuck about that. Ready or Not. What is this? What the fuck is this? I've actually seen pictures of this on Instagram, I believe. Grace couldn't be happier after she marries the man of her dreams at his family's luxurious estate. There's just one catch. She must now hunt from midnight until dawn while her new in-laws hunt her down with guns, crossbows, and other weapons. Okay, so it's kind of like... And who's the chick? It looks like the one... No, it's not the one chick I thought it was. It's like that one story called The Most Dangerous Game, I believe it's called, where it's about like these people that get like hunted down on an island. I read that shit years ago when I was a kid. Next we got Captain Marvel, no interest. The Laundromat. I've seen this photo in places, but I don't know what it's all about. It looks like when her idyllic vacation takes an unthinkable turn, Ellen Martin begins investigating a fake insurance policy. Like, no, thank you. Spider-Man, Far From Home, no, thank you. Bombshell, nope. Cats, nope. Frozen 2, nope. Last Christmas, nope. So, looks just like a bunch of fucking crap coming out. There's like a few movies, but most of it's crap. It's fucked. Like, I'll go on Shudder for a minute here, and we'll pull up some Shudder titles. Okay, so you go on Shudder, and it's like I said, it's like Netflix for fucking horror. You got Train to Busan, which is fucking exquisite. What a great zombie, South Korean zombie film. Like, Jesus, these films that are getting made overseas that like we don't fucking hear shit about until like 3 years later. Like, what the fuck? Like, why? Like, and this goes on to like what the Scorsese was saying about like those Marvel films. Like, I think his argument was like, or one part of his argument was like, those goddamn movies take up so much real estate in the cinemas. Like, when they play one of those movies for like 5 months or some shit, like other movies are getting fucked over. Like, I hate when you go to the theater and it's the same movies. Like, when you check the movies in like September, like say if you check September 2nd, when you go to October 2nd, there should be none of those movies playing. It should be all different new shit, you know? And even if some of these lower budgeted or like independent type films only get like one or two screenings, so be it. That at least gives people a chance to see the fucking things in the theater the way, like, you know, that is like the best way you can see it, pending quality seats, of course. Like, it's a shame. Like, some movies that uh like just kick total ass. Like, I just hate not hearing about them for years. Like, it's bullshit, man. And that Train to Busan was the example I was referring to there. There's a shitload of like international films on here. So like VZ Madness. Listen to this. Like, I know that you can't get Shutter, but um, like Old Boy, Night of the Virgin, Black Coal, Thin Ice, A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, um, Itchy the Killer, of course, Pusher 1, 2, and 3, which look crazy. Rainy Dog, Lie Lines, like all these like Kinji Fukasaku films and fucking Takashi Miike films, like all three Dead or Alives are on here. Dark Waters by Hideo Nakata. Um, fuck. And movies from like other places, like, you know, other than Asia, like Shrew's Nest, Angst, Creepy, like fuck. There's just countless films on this bitch. But on if you go on to series, and I'm sure you can find this somewhere because I know this has been on here for a long time, but there's a show on here called Eli Roth's History of Horror. Check it out if you can find it. It's awesome, man. It's like basically a round table with fucking like Eli Roth, Greg Nicotero, and Rob Zombie, and then it's all peppered with interviews and B-roll and all that shit of like cool movies. And it seems that they just have like every fucking thing, man. Like I know I've said that before in a video because I remember saying that exact fucking sentence. Um, but yeah, yeah, that's basically it. That's all I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call it for this one, YouTube. Thanks for watching, and just stay tuned for the new short film, Spiral Scratch, and that'll be it. Adios or adios.